Yes, so like I definitely my personal interaction right now is like in like not only on like before like on the different things like that sort of posts that also like American power like and those developing maybe this maybe for like natural Lucia that he accidentally only running into that one of like sealed away forbidden lost magic of that of like being present within that place in this sort of stand Natsu and through like accidentally running into that and finding that out. Is that kind of like a possibility that I'm going to develop something that is there right now? Probably all everything at that point, therefore, to only be Lucy alone that who knows about like also not who's like more knowledgeable about magic and all this, but the problem, so that it being Lucy alone that would be able to like identify and recognize it as like one of that magical field that I'm just finding a process natural this forbidden law of magic like contained within this like field within like that process this for this like scenario that I was so like at that point and was there only being like Lucy alone that would be like knowledgeable enough to be able to like identify it as like one of like, the forbidden law of magic. So, like I'm also drawing like a Lucy deciding that like based on like a report about this like forbidden law of magic in which like this for us to like matter out as soon as possible. So like I'm considering then heading back to like the heritage guild case to like report it to like macro. So like I'm considering macro along with them like basically like along with like Natsu and Lucy like they should decide like return back to like this like these sort of for like macro like for they check it out. So like I'm going to bring at that point like at that point like macro and all some kind like the just show it like the them like finding out like the seal of like that lost magic like being undone and that lost magic that was I think they are like totally going missing. That's like the scenario that I'm looking for the correct so like I'm just essentially as like that and Lucy that because like my person that I mentioned that like coincidentally as Nat and Lucy were like exploring the parents only like the esports like and different coincidentally like there might have been the Apple members as well like on their mission to like find like the next love marriage of the job precisely in that esports so like considering they might have actually like they might have actually fought like Natsu and Lucy when like Natsu and Lucy had actually found that the scene of the film of magic in that esports is like name of the mirror once like Natsu and Lucy has gone up to like report about it to like on macro like they might have like the members might have only under that effect field and basically might have stolen that love magic and left that is for us that like such an event in scenario is what that would have been and that was the wrong question. So like I definitely know that in the temperature that like at that point like once that that's when pro will be bringing the macro to like esports then all like so finding out like the lost magic like the field front and like the lost magic that's all of the sudden like at that point I'm considering like macro most likely coming to like the conclusion that basically not to improve that basically it might have been precisely the work of like a dark guild that like all of it when this precise lost magic is like forbidden lost magic is nothing but and macro like even by just seeing like the unconcealed of like that precise lost magic like in being able to like precisely in being knowledgeable enough to like basically figure out what which exactly that lost magic was that had was missing. So like at that point macro probably come to the conclusion that might have definitely been the work of like a dark and precisely identifying that law of magic it's being like an extremely dangerous law of magic. So especially since like in the dark world, even in like the past has multiple connections to the to like the law of magic of the and choosing like the dark will have in like the past try to like take the life of like master of normal wins as well. So like I'm considering like macro most likely coming to the conclusion that like they have to like stop firstly find that napkin that have taken that first loss magic and they have to really stop them and bring them down and destroy that first loss magic before they eventually like take advantage of it and use it again like to basically take the life of all the Northers and destroy the North Indians. So like that way, like basically the team of like macro assigning like the team of Natsu and Gray as well as like Gray as well as Ursa on this mission to like precisely track down that precise dark kill that has taken that has taken that perception of magic and to find them and to bring them down and to destroy that love magic. So that macro assigning Natsu and Crow and Ursa as well as Grey and on this mission and then all setting off on this mission. It's like the eventual possible scenario that I'm looking at the end of the end. So like I don't believe not looking at the right now. But like the first girl, mysterious girl that the top of might have been like precisely and fairy tales guild number. The certain name and the certain because like Natsu had joined like the fairy tales guild all the way back when Natsu was like only a child, like to bring back then like there might have been like also like another of the fairy tales guild member who might have been slightly around Natsu's age back then in like the British Guild days, which is named as implementation. Back then, like Napo and that girl might have been like best friends, especially Napo in the version back then. And then those were eventually as part of like some Paradise Guild mission, like and those were either due to that as part of like some Paradise Guild mission or like those were in some other way when that girl might have stepped out, like she might have only most likely might have only gotten affected and basically since then like she might have she might have never returned back to like the fairy tale skill. It's definitely my personal favorite. So like I'm considering maybe Natsu and like the fairy tale, the remaining fairy tale skill as well as Nitro might be like actually aware of like this girl and how she's like missing and they might be believing that she's missing. That's like one possible element of it. Or like Natsu and like the fairy tale skill might be like actually into the person they will be actually believing that she had died. It's like one of these two possibilities that I'm taking it on like so like Lucy's like dialogue connecting to that no girl lighting now to like this might still instantly trigger that process memory lying within memory or like a trauma lying within like Natsu of like having like her like best friend like missing from totally unexpectedly suddenly from one day like having her missing from one day on or like like shockingly enough, so like in that instant of like fearing of like the news that she had died, uh, and that like shocked enough to from that day on. So like I'm considering, like I'm considering that surprise girl, mysterious girl, about whom like Natsu had remembered. Like I'm considering two things that I'm thinking on checking that like one she will be definitely Natsu. She might have definitely in like the past might have been Natsu's like best friend, and but also like my other person theory impressions that like basically she might definitely be alive, well alive even to the present day. And after a bit only even to the present day will be now to like where it will be even to the present day will be being either she has gone missing or that she has died. So my person theory impression right now as for like how that girl that friend now to some like the last might have gone missing like I'm the current I suppose either she might have been like abducted by one of like the dark like this one up and maybe currently might have been like converted into like a dark guild member or like might have been totally brainwashed into like turning her into like a dark guild member. That's like one possibility. Or like she might be somewhere in some dark guild. That's like the second possibility. The third possibility is like she might have back then in like the distant past might have totally gotten lost in this precise Magnolia East forest. So like I'm considering precisely being Natsu and Lucy and Happy's like while Natsu would be like totally searching for Happy and those differing like Natsu totally coincidentally and absolutely accidentally finding out like that precise girl that's front of Natsu within like this exact piece for totally by sheer and that's your coincidence and accident. Definitely my positive ambition because like since the day she might have gone missing like and the different absolutely none of the relatives did that might have had like absolutely no idea at all like where exactly she had went like she might have gone off somewhere without like letting none of the relatives remember uh find out about like where she had been heading to select that distant bus and it might have been precisely to these for and this it might have been precisely here in this piece for that she might have gone missing in that distant past, and absolutely none of like, the character film members might be aware of that. Even to the person like Nina was in the rain. So like since then like she for going missing and she might have not been able to like since Jack back when she was a child like she might have not been able to like make it out of like she might have totally and fully gotten lost in that these forest and she might have not been able to like make it out of like these forests that basically she might have decided to like live in this like these forests and she might have totally survived off like the east forest for this from send past years and basically even leading up to like the present day. So like and also it's oftenly finding out um those like as like Natsu this something for happy in this is for like Natsu early shockingly like seeing this like seeing this girl like who will be like currently Natsu's age and Natsu actually won't be able to like recognize her but like and she neither her would be like able to like recognize Natsu it was like some sort of them have grown up by now so like but I'm just different maybe through like the interaction like both of them like totally shockingly finding out that basically like they were like the that absolute to the from like looking past definitely not person to and that's the case that like another than member to something like now. So like the heritage skill like getting it's like newest member especially through like that's the type giant of the front of NATO. As like NATO we like bring it up back to like the heritage skill and sort of that way returning back to like the heritage skill and joining like the heritage skill. It's like one possible scenario that I don't know like I'm not considering. So like must leave my percentage impression right now, but like losing interacting with my like the textual base like that kind of leave my percentage impression right now. Definitely the scenario is like Lucy will get only ask talking to like Mara about like Natsu acting in the front all of the time that type. And also from through Mara will be how like precisely Lucy will be finding out about like basically Natsu's past and so having this like as this like absolute best friend just belong to like the heritage guild being like that absolute best friend of Natsu in the Christian part like basically all that to be revealed to Lucy through Mara right now is definitely the scenario that I'm going to bring and so like Lucy and I'm going to bring Mara even revealing to Lucy that basically like Natsu often heads off to like often heads off to that website and like East Forest of Magnolia precisely something for that best friend of Natsu because like while even while all the other because like that would be like precisely where like the NDFF right now this is the interesting that the NDFF into a kill case would be well I'm fully aware that like the East Forest was precisely the last point that they have conferred info about like where that girl member of like, the case was because she had gone missing is definitely not the preference. So precisely and solely because of that reason, like enough to even just because of like Lucy that they did not having any sort of plans like Natsu and Natsu precisely deciding to like take Lucy making Natsu might have totally made like an excuse to like basically search for uh, search for precisely his like lost best friend that they're that precisely taking Lucy to that precisely forest and making it seem as if like they're just they have just gone there just to like have fun. Especially my business it might have been Natsu's desperate attempt that and Natsu alone might have definitely not have given up on his like best friend while all the remaining characters members might have given up on like the possibility of like them ever being able to find that the number of user errors, especially because of like having so many years having passed by and the fairy tale guild might have genuinely guild members might have genuinely tried their absolute best to like find her, but like they might have not been able to. So like but while like the remaining fairy tale guild members had given up like the relations like that girl might have been like that absolute best friend of Natsu way back since way back then like so Natsu alone might have definitely not given up and like Natsu even showing up to the for was like Natsu's specified attempt to like once again look for that best friend of like so in that forest these forest like hoping to like find her. Just Natsu alone still holding on to that hope. Like all this like basically especially Lucy like learning about all this through Nora it's like the scenario that I'm preparing. So like I'm totally preparing like Lucy as well, like the journey to like find that best well best friend of like childhood the best friend of Natsu and basically I'm preparing Lucy totally somehow like somehow like changing Natsu's mode and maybe somehow convincing Natsu to like once again like and Lucy would be like not revealing to like Natsu that Lucy knows of like Natsu's like the best friend about her missing and all that. But still, I'm considering like Lucy without letting Natsu know of it. Like Lucy still somehow like totally tricking Natsu and changing Natsu's mood and totally convincing Natsu to like head off with Lucy to like that Lucy might say something along the lines of like she wants to like once again go have fun in like that for few spots or something like such a manner like Lucy totally tricking Natsu into like actually believing Lucy and basically uh, like that way like Natsu Lucy and Happy once again heading back to that precise these forest and then considering before they were returning from their trip to like that east forest this time like I'm whispering them to either find that either shockingly find that says your best friend of Natsu somewhere deep within that is forest. That's like one possibility that I'm preparing, and like that, and if that case, then like and like the other possibility is basically at least like before like that time, like before like Natsu and Lucy return back from like the before it's night time and before like Natsu and Lucy were returning back from that forest, each forest like I'm preparing them to like at least find clues as to like the possibility of like clues as to like the possibility of like that girl was friend of Natsu possibly still being alive somewhere. Uh, Basically, like the scenario, and that way, like that absolute hope, like genuinely lighting within that fire of hope, like as good genuinely like fiercely lighting within like Natsu. It's like the scenario that I'm putting, and Natsu even more determined, like to precisely like keep searching until he finds that the best friend of like Natsu. So like I'm considering that clue might not just only be about like considering it's a clue then that clue might not just reveal that like his childhood girl best friend is not only alive to the present day but still the fact that maybe she has even left like that she's for and is somewhere out there in like the world or something like so maybe like since like she was a child, like maybe like someone might have even abducted her from that peace forest. Maybe it might have been the Archil and basically those Archil members might have had like some sort of insecurity which they might have only or somehow like brainwashed her into like basically joining like the Dark Guild. So also like a possible scenario of like a possibility that I'm also the and I'm looking for Natsu only being able to like but still I'm probably only pregnant, so only being able to like find and being able to like only reunite with that girl that's friend childhood best friend of Natsu only in like the kind of distant future. It's definitely my consideration. So like definitely my question to impression right now is that like, in the whole photos and like the heritage girl like the first blue dragon that Natsu is holding on to would definitely not at all be engineered at all. It's definitely my consideration. It's just and it would definitely have like the dragon would have absolutely no connection at all with engineering. It's also definitely my consideration. So the that red blue dragon might have definitely belong to that possessed girl that's of Natsu. It's definitely my personal impression. So like I'm totally parting even back then like this like Natsu might have totally Ignail might have totally died even before that when Natsu even joining like and ended up even joining like Paradise Girl it's definitely my personal so like even by during the time while this Paradise Girl member old photo was taken like even back then like since like Ignale might have been gone missing for like a few years like I'm considering Nasu might have been totally missing Ignale so badly so like Nasu since like Nasu like a father had basically abandoned Nasu like Ignale so like I'm considering like since then like yeah Ignale might have been like the possessed dragon that basically like Nasu had that might have seen as like the father figure so like I'm also trying to like name this thing like basically Natsu might have totally feel like extremely sad and disappointed and it's kind of disturbed. So like I'm also trying even even like so my remember that this once this like my consider that it might have been after like Natsu even joining like the fairy skill that was a girl member of like the fairy skill that had most likely gone missing like might have joined like the Faircare skill. So like I'm just wondering what society might have thrown Nasu to like eventually forming that absolute good bond of friendship with this society. And the number of like the Faircare skill might have been precisely this like blue dragon of this. Like that blue dragon might have definitely belonged to that girl. Was definitely my person today. So like when she had gone missing, the blue dragon as well, I don't totally got missing. That's definitely my person today version. And Natsu alone, like even to like the secondary misses that girl and her blue dragon that even more than any other member of like the fairy tales girl. And hence why Natsu even like Natsu's act of like precisely even setting off to like the police force that very day was like Natsu frantically like stealthily desperately trying to like search for that girl best friend of Natsu and who's like and her blue dragon was also who that dragon as well, like Natsu might have been probably fond of like even back then. It's definitely my person very interesting. So like definitely my person very interesting right now with like the blue dragon in like the photos being like actually happy the cat like definitely my person very interesting that that blue dragon might be like happy like actual true form That's definitely my cousin friend. Happy will be actually a dragon. What actually and definitely be a dragon. It's definitely not moving and as for like how Natsu and Happy would have met like a sort of night. I think after like Natsu joining like the fairy tale guild and becoming a fairy tale guild member and working for like maybe during like one of like the fairy tale guild mission that Natsu had like basically uh, in between the mission, like I'm considering now to my daughter quickly found this like a blue dragon badly injured and or like maybe getting into like some sort of trouble and for being attacked by some villain or like some villain people or like some other animal or something. So like it might have been like badly injured like blue dragon that Naku might have only found in some spot. Maybe it might have been exactly in the exact spot that Naku might have even seemed happy for like the first time in his life as well. And Natsu might have perfectly like the moment Natsu saw like happy, like basically Natsu instantly since like happy was like a dragon, Natsu instantly might have been like reminded of like to name the dragon who was like so precious to Natsu. Like and then the dragon like Natsu straight away jumped into like and to even though Natsu might have been extremely young back then like Natsu might have quickly and extremely recklessly might have already put himself into danger to perfectly protect like happy and then the protecting maybe it might have not at all been Natsu that might have actually been able to like save happy but like I'm considering like with like Natsu jumping into like save happy like I'm considering Natsu as well might have gotten into trouble and but like firstly at the right time like the remaining characters still might have really found Natsu so like that way like both happy and Natsu ending up being safe and like that absolute bond of friendship might have that they itself being formed between like happy and Natsu. That's the very right itself. It's definitely my person to understand. But like my person to read that like when happy is like a dragon like and like the Natsu might have been totally missing to like ignore the dragon like so much. So like I'm considering like each and every single time like Natsu would see like happy at like a dragon Natsu would be like only constantly reminded of like this like absolute missing and that sadness of like not being able to be with like ignore like of having like ignore someone the dragon face someone process to like Natsu like totally missing for all these years. So like that might have created like a certain bit of sadness in Natsu that basically both the Barring happy the blue dragon who might have totally had like the power of like transformation powers, like transformation magical powers, like and the Barring happy might have totally decided to like might have totally like Natsu might have totally told happy about like Igneel and everything. So and that being the reason for Natsu even straight away like putting himself at such extreme danger and straight away risking his life to like save happy and everything. So like happy after a while like, happy might have been able to sense how like Natsu was totally like reminded of Ignil and how much he misses Ignil every time Natsu would be seeing happy. So that like I'm considering happy without even telling Natsu anything like happy might have one day like precisely uses like transformation magic to like precisely transform and that way happy might have transformed himself into like a cat. It's definitely my person and Natsu might have totally asked like happy as to like why did you change your form and all that. But like happy might have totally casually said some sort of a lie and basically might have totally that way to like precisely out of like that after your bond of friendship towards like Natsu to precisely comfort and reason of like Natsu's mind like happy might have totally changed happy form into making happy look less in the cat. Definitely my impression. So like definitely also my impression that like since like according to the theory like the original form the original actual form of happy will be like a dragon. So like I'm going to bring it even to like the present day happy might have not revealed to Happy's true powers like true dragon powers might be like still not revealed. That's definitely my considering also. So like I'm considering like the future in like some extreme intense situation where like Natsu I'm considering Natsu getting into like trouble and like neither Lucy nor Gray nor the others being able to like help and to out at that specific location because like they would also be like on failure trap. So like at that point, compulsory product I think like would be when like happy being forced to like basically to turn into it's like at least temporarily turn into to save Natsu for happy being forced to like turn into its like original dragon, low dragon form and basically so that form being like absolutely powerful and basically that form like happy that form like happy totally fighting back and basically saving Natsu is like the little scenario that embodied or like perfect or like resistant people. So like I definitely make us into embracing right now as like that when Natsu as a child, like other than fighting Grey, like the remaining time Natsu being so extremely gloomy, and the would definitely have to do with like Natsu totally and absolutely missing Ignale the dragon. Who like Natsu it's like Natsu grew up with like Ignale the dragon like Ignale might have been like definitely Natsu like someone that Natsu might have already been seeing as like actually his father figure. So like I'm considering like one day like I'm considering Macro might have already found Natsu in that forest and abandoned in that forest. And I'm considering even before that, like Ignale might have totally saved Natsu by telling one day telling Natsu that he will be right back, and Ignale might have totally because left off to precisely protect in order to precisely protect Natsu. Like I'm considering there might have been either Segrain or like some other villain that might have been probably after Natsu precisely solely to like Natsu's connection to like Natsu's father, who might have been like a popular wizard, who might have been like back then, who might have been precisely being targeted by like either Segarin or like some other picture. It's definitely not looking to so like that person's villain might have been targeting Natsu's father and might have been probably after like Natsu's father to take Natsu's father's life. So like at that point, like he might have totally like abandoned. He might have not abandoned Natsu like in that forest, but like he might have like Natsu father even before that might have had that absolute bond of friendship with like Ignatius and Dragon. So like Natsu his father even abandoning Natsu in that forest was him precisely like giving Natsu in like the hands of like engineers for engineers to like take after and look after and for like Natsu. Might have been what might have happened in like the past discussion name of the so like since Natsu grew up along with like Ignale, Ignale might have been like Natsu's like father figure. It's definitely my person to so like I'm just remembering one day Ignale might have only told Natsu Ignale might have been able to like, sense that some villain wizards like showing up or like Neil might have only seen from like a distance that of like some villains without like showing up. So like maybe like it might be then that like those villains who that might have found out that basically that Natsu's father had like a child before he and basically like the last time Natsu's father might have been even spotted more than the last time they might have spotted Natsu's father might have been near to that precise forest area but Natsu might have grown up. It's definitely never grown up. So like it's safe to save and protect Natsu like I'm remembering. Neil the dragon might have only told Natsu that the child Natsu that he'll be right back and so like Neil might have totally distracted because precise villain wizard that might have been like going up towards like the direction of that boss. Then Neil might have totally got their attention and basically Neil might have either attack them and basically like it might have been that kind of like passive object for Ignale that like those villains returns are so exceptionally strong and Ignale might actually die if Ignale didn't rise to fight them. But like Ignale especially like Neil as well, even though Ignale is like a dragon, Ignale as well might have already seen like Natsu as his own son. It's also definitely my personal ambition. So, Ignale, in order to solely to protect Natsu, might have probably fought against that villain of Sita, and Ignale that way might have ended up dying by the hands of that villain. That villain of Sita might actually be Sekiro. It's also like a cease possibility that end of the role of ring. So, like, and Natsu might have definitely not even found out about this, like Ignale having died in like the distant past to protect Natsu's like. So, like, I'm considering Natsu might have totally thought that was Natsu that the child Natsu back then might have been totally and absolutely confused as like why we didn't haven't returned. So like I was departing even to the present day like Natsu we totally think that Ignale might return one day. It's definitely my position and so uh what might have happened would be like Natsu all by himself might have been like struggling in like that box might have been struggling to survive in that box and then considering that might be when like a macro and like a fairy skill maybe as part of like some fairy tale skill missions or like train might have so coincidentally showed up to that forest and like they might have totally coincidentally found like this child Natsu like in a bad exhausted state like and so like they might have totally all by himself in that middle of that talk. So like I'm delivering it. That might be how Natsu might have ended up being part of it, the heritage skill. So like even after joining like the heritage skill like and being surrounded by all these great number of people like that totally is like family were like trying to do their absolute best to be like family to Natsu. Like Natsu still might have totally feel still feeling lonely, even if while in like the middle of all of them, like Natsu might have still been feeling so extremely lonely solely due to like him totally missing Ignale, like his father figure that he saw like as Ignale the dragon. So solely because of Ignale and Natsu missing Ignale, like Natsu might then be the precise reason for like Natsu even while being part of like the resilience based like even from childhood, like feeling extremely gloomy and down and lonely while not fighting with like Gray. It's definitely my personal favorite. And I'm considering like it might have been only while fighting with Gray alone that Natsu back then might have been even feeling alive. It's definitely my personal theory and perception. So that my personal theory and perception that like back then with like Natsu being like so extremely a child Natsu being like so extremely down and gloomy like I'm considering even while like the all the remaining characters still members might have totally noticed that and like might have done their absolute best to like basically change Natsu's mood like I'm considering even grade two might have like the child grade two who was like totally around Natsu's age might have totally then noticed like Natsu being down when Natsu's now fighting with him. So like Gray's attempt of tearing up Natsu's mood might have been like precisely Gray even fighting against Natsu. So also definitely might have been the same person. But like that might have been like the maximum even Gray could do back then. It's also definitely my person because Gray himself had his own trauma and like suffering within of like basically connecting to like Guru and everything. It's definitely my person to so because of this reason, like I'm probably talking today, even back when might have been doing his maximum with fear Natsu by fighting it like Natsu, especially not taking the right. So like I'm remembering this precise girl member of like the heritage, like she might have totally like also noticed like Natsu being so down and lonely, and she might have actually decided to like her way of approach might have talk towards like Natsu, towards like cheering up Natsu might have actually been like the only success of like a way which like actually through which like she might have actually totally succeeded and like she might have succeeded in like cheering up Natsu and like they an absolute great best bond of like friendship might have been formed within like Natsu and that the friend of Natsu back then, especially my person brain reason. So like Natsu since then might have been like also fighting off against like Gray as well as like even by and Natsu wasn't fighting off with Gray, like Natsu might have been always spending time with like this girl friend of like Natsu and like Natsu might have been always like fully cheerful and happy and like when the happy of like the characters will be base members might have noticed this and might have been totally feeling relieved themselves as well towards like Natsu. Definitely my personal language, and that might have been like especially when I'm separating like one day in this surprise girl friend of like Natsu might have only gone missing, and it might have been precisely in this like precise east forest of Magnolia that basically that the friend of Natsu might have only gone missing. It's definitely my personal language. So like since then like Natsu might have once again turned kind of like gloomy and like it might have been like her going missing might have been that such an absolute shock and trauma for Natsu certainly my person so like it might have taken a seriously long time for like Natsu to even be able to like recover from that trauma definitely my person and also my cousin theory is that at least it's like Natsu sort of really wanted a family and even with like Ignale as well missing like Natsu didn't have a family maybe that girl friend of Natsu back then, like what she was to Natsu might have been like the way Natsu might have even saw her might have been like as his like little sister or as his like elder sister. That's definitely not vegetarian or like they might have had that great bond going then. It's also definitely not vegetarian. So like one day just suddenly out of the blue that having her totally going missing like basically that might have been like an absolute shock to the child Natsu back then and like it might have taken a seriously long time for Natsu to be able to like recover from that and like come out from that and literally for Natsu to like once again cheer up. It's definitely not a so like I'm considering precisely after that precise good friend of Natsu going missing like I'm considering Natsu might have probably found a relief in like precisely Lucy. It's definitely my personal consideration. It's the very first time like Natsu so Luffy, like maybe like and I'm totally not expect that your best friend of like Natsu from like the different past might have had like the kind of like similar personality and character of that of like especially Lucy. So also definitely my question during the story. Like the very first time like Natsu had even seen Lucy, Natsu might have been instantly reminded of that best girl that missing girl that chapter girl best friend of Natsu. Definitely Natsu is very embarrassing. Uh, can see, like the very first time like Natsu or even seen Lucy like Natsu might genuinely deep down wanted to in Lucy to definitely join like the fairy tale skill. That's definitely my consideration, which like Natsu might have not revealed to like Lucy even to like the present day. Like Natsu might have totally even Natsu even telling Lucy to like the very beginning to join like the fairy tale guild. Like Natsu might have only put on this act fake act as if like he was trying to help Lucy join like the fairy tale guild based like fairy tale guild, but in actuality like even if like Lucy wasn't so passionate about wanting to become join again and be a wizard, still my sister and that like it's so especially some young members in the country my commentary like the very first time Natsu saw Lucy, so Natsu might have been totally reminded of that childhood his like childhood girl best friend like and also Natsu might have totally tried his like absolute best even if like Lucy wasn't passionate about being like a wizard like Natsu might have still only tried his absolute best to like get Lucy to like join like the fairy tale guild. So that so that Natsu could only find relief through Lucy for this like sorrow of having his like childhood best friend going away. It's definitely my personal theory and position. So like certainly my personal theory and position right now as for like San Mora like back in like the past like they being like childhood rivals exactly like Natsu and Grey like it would like and in like the current person like basically Mora being like Mora cat slowly shifting in like the opposite direction and Mora being like so polite, extremely polite and humble and soft spoken like basically it might not only happen like that. Precisely the point when Asa might have been promoted by Macro to be able to like to move on to like be able to like take on extra missions, technical not so like that might have been like back when Asa and Amara might have been being extremely young like that then like therefore rivalry and fighting between each other that might have been there might have been that extreme fight rivalry competition and that thing that was going between them that might have like the first points were like that might have ended and Mara's character might have totally changed might have been like the first point when like Mara might have totally promoted as part of like some mission that some might have totally been part of which Mara might have not been able to be part of like and that's very or like Nora might have been part of that mission, but like end of the ring, maybe Artha might have been able to like perform way better than Nora for that specific mission, and or like such a similar around like such a scenario eventually resulting in like Artha perfectly being promoted by Artha being perfectly promoted by Master Macro as like a senior fairy tale guild member and the asylum being able to enter like the second floor of the fairy tale guild base and being able to like handle a foreign mission. So like at that point, like I'm looking from the point of view, Nara might have only felt that basically that she like Asa has surpassed her and basically there's no competition between Asa and Nara from that point of might have been what Nara might have just like Nara might have only given up on that whole rivalry against like Asa and like I'm considering it might have been since that day that like Nara might have precisely decided to it might have been precisely from since that day on that Nara capture might have only changed and Nara might have only tumbled down and basically and that being most likely the reason for Apsa precisely while like in the existing past there was this tight competition of like a rivalry between Apsa and Nara and even to like the present day it's only like Apsa among Apsa and Nara it's only Apsa alone that have made it to the second floor of the different days and being able to like handle prime missions while Mara still is like only able to like handle only like the basic missions in like and Mara still like haven't made it to like as like to like the second floor. So especially I'm considering that might have been like the turning point, like after making it being promoted by Macro and making it to like the second floor and being behind that line might have been like the turning point. But that might have only changed the character and personality of like Nara. Definitely my personal impression. Yes, so like definitely my personal impression right now is that the heritage skill number Elfman like Chris lost directly like basically that Amber Spring he would have not been able to find even to like the present day. Like the Amber Spring like if they say that lost directly of Elfman would be like in like the present day would be precisely we present like precisely Lisanna wherever Lisanna is like definitely I'm considering Lisanna definitely being alive even to like the second day. She would only be missing. Like basically none of the circus member would know where Lisanna is. Or definitely that I'm only thing. But like wherever Lisanna is and Lisanna might we most likely somehow gotten lost. Like this precise East Forest, like East Forest of like Magnolia, it's definitely my secondary ambition. So that might be like the last info the contestants might have of like Lisanna and like in that East Forest, like Lisanna after getting lost might have only found like the precise barricade of Elfman as well. In that precise East Forest is also definitely my secondary ambition. So like the barricade and that parakeet of Elfman as well as like Lisanna will be like in that they will be like best of friends and certainly my best friend. So like eventually I'm also bring like eventually once like Natsu and Crow will be finding Lisanna. That very day that they will be certainly also finding Elfman and so as well will be like only shocked and extremely overjoyed with like them also finding that Elfman that parakeet together with like Lisanna. That very day definitely my person be remembered. So like the main Indian version right now for like the mysterious figure stalking like Natsu and Lisanna warming up like they got happy. Like I'm just departing that mysterious figure might most likely be like Elfman. It's definitely my person version, especially because of like how extremely sad and like in a way like that sadness being totally would be resulting in like an extreme jealousy that Elfman will be like totally and that will be feeling towards like both specifically both Natsu as well as Lisanna, especially because of like the jealousy towards like Natsu especially being due to like with like Elfman losing his like barricade, like basically Elfman so badly wishing for like a pet and wishing for that way, wishing for that egg of Natsu. And basically, in the case of like I got happy of like Natsu, like in the case of Elfman feeling extremely jealous towards like Lisanna, him basically feeling like extremely jealous of like Lisanna, being able to like perform that fully perform that transformation magic and Lisanna effortlessly being able to like, transform herself into like a bird, like which like Elfman wasn't able to do and like that extreme jealousy and the extreme disappointment because like Elfman because from Elfman's point of view, like solely due to like Elfman not being able to like fully transform into like a bird, like basically Elfman not being able to like head off and stuff for his like parakeet. So collectively, like especially because like there's like this extreme, there will definitely be this extreme jealousy that Elfman will be having, especially towards like both Natsu as well as like Lisanna and also protecting Elfman definitely might have played some sort of a role eventually in like precisely like Lisanna ending up going missing, especially my person remains. Still, my person remains that listen is well and fully alive even to the present day. But like definitely, I'm definitely like Edmund might have it might be eventually might have eventually played some sort of like a villainous thing that might have which like Edmund might have regretted deeply later on, but like which might have totally resulted in like Lisanna being totally going missing. It's definitely my person theory and prediction. So with like one possibility that I'm totally totally predicting. Like the second possibility that I'm personally totally predicting is definitely for that mysterious figure stalking like Natsu and Lisanna as they are trying to like hatch like happy like basically the mysterious figure secretly stalking them like that being like maybe like a dark guild member is like the other possibility that I'm looking at. A dark guild member who might have totally taken like special interest towards like precisely Lisanna's like effortless ability of like magic transformation. Like the fact that Lisanna could like especially since like Elfman can't do like the full body transformation magic of like Lisanna. But they were like it might like Lisanna's fully transformation magic might be like a high level magic or like a magic that's like kind of like hard to like perfect or like achieve to set name a career. So like the fact that Lisanna's like only a child and already can like effortlessly like full of that like full transformation magic like might have got the interest of one of like the Linux Dark Guild members or like a lead adaptive leader member and basically he might have totally taken a special interest towards like Lisanna and he might have decided to like eventually abduct Lisanna and then brainwash Lisanna into like making her a part of like the Dark Hills. So that like he might have totally felt that the Dark Villainous member might have totally felt that like Lisanna's transformative magic would be totally coming in handy for the ultimate villainous goals and everything. So like that way, like this is like the other possibility that I'm looking for that mysterious figure most likely maybe being like a dark field member or like the other possibility is like the possibility that I'm leaning more towards that basically that mysterious figure stalking Natsu and Lisanna was most likely being like particularly Elfman. It's definitely my percentage impression. So like definitely my percentage impression right now is that like especially since like Sarah Jane used to like basically see and Lisanna as like being upside in like the American skill wave. Like definitely so definitely there might have definitely been like kind of like a bond uh from uh from like Narajan side towards like potentially Lisanna. It's definitely my percentage impression. Like I'm eventually like the shock from like eventually Lisanna going the thing also and like the series. That might have been like most likely. Right now, my the impression is that like that shot of like Narajin of like Lisanna at one point totally going missing might have been what might have totally changed like Nara's like actual personality and character fully and turning Nara into like an extremely so spoken and come to characters that lead up in the impression. Like that shock might have been like too much for Nara. It's definitely my secondary impression. So like since then, like Nara might have totally and that's what they given up on like competing with us and all that. It's definitely my secondary impression. So like these likely possibilities also for like basically this whole rivalry that like Nara Jane had towards like us playing some eventually playing some sort of like having some sort of like an importance or playing some sort of a role in eventually like in like the whole eventual scenario of like basically Lisanna going missing is definitely also like a possible possibility that I'm also talking about thing which might also be like an extreme factor, crucial factor in like basically Nora's like casting like instantly from that shot like basically changing and Nora totally humbling down and being like a soft spot and captain. It's definitely also like my first theory and so like the name of the Tinder impression right now is that I think like but also like it's pretty angry with like Lisanna making friendship with like Natsu. But you don't like like it for definitely being like eventually Nora that would be like precisely showing up to precisely not so sort of pure, but precisely like Lisanna sort of pure, against like the Fox Vulcan is definitely my considering this. So like I'm different precisely as Mara be showing up and precisely putting that as well points are really like showing up. And then like I'm probably putting a scenario which is like in front of like the Fox Vulcan, like I'm putting and I'm putting because for that Natsu would be definitely doing everything we can to like stop with the Fox Vulcan and I'm considered accepting natural forcefully and naively, like sticking to its like ideology of like not using to of like basically trying to like fight fair against like the fourth person and not using a smash like I'm fighting natural still sticking to that until like the very end and that eventually resulting in like the fourth Vulcan like totally destroying easily or and totally destroying like Natsu totally getting sidelined and him being badly injured as like the cost Vulcan would be like was towards like for Lisanna that will be holding on to like the egg. So like I'm preparing precisely as like the and right then I'm preparing like the box Vulcan like precisely like snatching away the egg from like Lisanna and I'm preparing like the fox Vulcan like about to like he's like that first egg of happy like like I'm delivering like at that very last second precisely to be when like I'm delivering most likely Nara along with like coincidentally along with like us will be showing up and them totally having a fight in front of like the confused of what's welcome and I'm delivering like them totally easily like with their combined strength like them totally even though without anything but like still with their combined strength like them totally easily offering and defeating like the fourth Vulcan and like the team of like Atsa and Maraje like they will stay in the day. It's like the scenario that I'm considering and I'm considering only starting at that point. Most likely maybe for like since like Atsa was so young back then I'm considering at that point after defeating like the fourth world and I'm considering precisely Mara totally shouting and scolding for Lisanna for making friendship with like Natsu while like Atsa totally like in a similar manner, maybe like sporting Natsu and like for making friendship with like Lisanna. With like an eventual possible scenario that I'm going to only looking at my percentage impression. So like definitely my percentage impression right now. And for like the perception is person that has precisely stolen like the egg of like Natsu, I'm going to putting like that would be precisely Elfman. It's definitely my percentage impression. So like I'm going to putting while asking around the priority skill, like I'm putting it to the perfectly Kana, I think like to whom like Elfman had beforehand itself like basically had confessed about like how he was like so jealous of like basically how he totally wanted like Nasus egg that egg of happy as well as especially like Lisanna's like magic. So like about the brain, it would be kind of that would be totally having that suspicion and feeling that basically he might have been most likely because of like Elfman. So because like right then like they would be checking and like, Elfman safely would be also missing in like the therapist with this is also the claim to internet. So like that way being almost like confirmed for like all of them like it was the element that had stolen and tried to like get away with like the and trying to like get away with like it's just like my person remember so like I'm just thinking it might have been precisely in that piece for stuff Magnolia that like I'm the different Elfman would have Elfman would have like been so extremely jealous and might have totally sort of really bonded that like that of the foreign team might have even gone to the extent of basically of like leaving like the fairy tale skill just to like have that action. It's definitely my in the ranges. So like I'm considering Helpman most likely in that forest taking that egg and trying to like and totally running off into that specific forest and there I'm totally remembering solely due to like the Elfman's like extreme jealousy. Like I'm totally thing like both Natsu as well as like Lisanna totally that whole their whole moment of being able to like witness like the egg hatching like basically them having that moment totally and permanently lost solely due to like Elfman's jealousy and Elfman stealing of like the egg. Then the brain to be precisely Elfman alone that would be like witnessing the hatching of the egg and basically the dragon, blue dragon happy being born out of that egg is like the scenario that I'm just about to but like I'm preparing and this would be happening before Natsu and Lisana would be able to like find Elfman definitely not the range. So like I'm preparing so this case, like the egg should be hatching those totally putting like the blue dragon happy like totally like this glowing eyes like seeing like Elfman and initially I'm considering that happy to totally think that Elfman to totally straight away trying to acting as Elfman was like the person that was taking care of like the egg this entire time. But like I'm about to try like since Happy was able to like precisely send Natsu even before being born, even while Happy was within the egg itself, like basically since Happy was potentially like sense and Natsu as like the precise person who loves the egg more than the egg of Happy more than anybody else, and hence like the Happy even while being within like the egg, like totally taking a special affection towards Natsu specifically because of this reason, like even after being hatched, like basically, even after hatching, like basically, Happy will be straight away, even though like Elfman will be totally trying to like trick, no matter how much like Elfman will be trying to trick Happy into making Happy think that basically Elfman is Happy's father, like basically. Happy will just straight away be able to like sense exactly like how it was able to then even with while it was within the egg, like it's essentially something like that. Happy would be like straight away be able to like sense that basically Elfman is like totally lying and like Elfman is not actually father. So like I'm about to bring by then like I'm about to bring like the that would be the point when I'm just preparing Natsu and Lisanna will be showing up. So like at that point, I'm also thinking like Elfman being like extremely the jealous Elfman being like playing the role of that temporary villain and basically like Elfman being extremely angry on seeing Natsu, the two people that he has so extreme jealousy over like especially Natsu as well as like Lisanna showing up. So that like at that point, I was preparing like a fight between Natsu. Elfman totally like attacking Natsu's like the scenario that and was totally fighting. Because Elfman wants Happy all for himself. So like I'm preparing in that fight, it was totally preparing Natsu totally or scoring and defeating and destroying Elfman. Like the scenario that I'm preparing. And that way like I'm preparing Elfman through that Natsu defeating Elfman like Elfman finally learning the hard way his like mistakes and basically at that point, like Natsu totally forgiving Elfman and basically Natsu would be even though Natsu would be disappointed that he couldn't witness that, even though Natsu and even Lisanna would be extremely disappointed that they couldn't witness like the hatching of Happy. Like still, I'm preferring like Natsu totally forgiving Elfman and basically Natsu along with like Lisanna and Elfman like basically starting like headbacks to like the fairy tale skill base along with the newest member of like the fairy tale skill base Happy. the dragon, low dragon, like the scenario that I'm looking for the and but they are done back to like the fairy tale skill phase, like at that point like Macro might have been there. So like at that point I'm considering like all of them like totally forgiving Elfman and at that point itself it might have been especially when like they might have taken that for photo of like the physical then that affects the fairy tale still might have been totally patiently looking forward to like happy being totally born happy spec hatching like basically at that point in time maybe it might have been macro that might have stored like the entire different fairy tale skill basically like assembled so to take that for family photo so like that might be like the first photo in which like the blue dragon happy is like basically present along with like Natsu and like the remaining entire different heritage members being present along with like even Lisanna as well being present in that photo. So it's definitely my present theory. Might have like that photo might have been precisely taken during that time. Especially definitely my present theory. So and I was preparing like Lisanna going missing even after that would even like obviously I'm preparing like Lisanna to totally go missing. It's definitely my present theory. So like my percentage impression right now as for like how exactly Lisanna might have only gone missing and was preparing like after like them having taken the photo and everything like in like the days after like I was preparing one day like Lisanna and Natsu might have okay decided to like probably go and have fun in that place for along with like go and have fun along with like precisely happy in that place for each forest and basically like while they were like all having like the best time and basically having fun like and was pretending like all of a sudden like Nansu and Happy totally unable to like find like and all of a sudden like Natsu and Happy while they would be in that box like they would be totally finding like Lisanna all of a sudden missing. And I was comparing like definitely right now my consider impressions that like Lisanna going missing would be precisely the work of like one of like the villainous dark field members, especially my participation. Lisanna will be well and fully alive into the present day. And Lisanna might have only been gotten affected that day from the precise piece because the Black Death itself by one of like, the villainous dark field members or like leader and basically like Lisanna since then might have been like somehow using some sort of a unique magic like Lisanna might have gotten brainwashed and might be like a top henchman of one of like, the dark kills which like even to the present day, like neither Natsu nor any of like the pet movement of will be even aware of it, especially my present agreement. So like maybe like as compared to a similar scenario to like how Kurum's daughter was like supposedly uh, that according to my present theory is that like Kurum's daughter is definitely a genuinely kind-hearted individual, but like who had been like mind controlled by precisely using some sort of a unique magic from the libraries in like the council. Maybe like some sort of a unique magic that Sekrain will be having, like using this like Sekrain might have totally like using which like Sekrain might have totally like mind to be even to the person they might have presently mind control like Kuro's daughter. The very day Sekrain might have affected like Kuro's daughter and might have still land Kuro's daughter might be still even to the person they would be even as like a council member would be still some prisoner of like that mind control magic of Sacred, which like none of the other council members would even be aware of. It's also definitely my person the remembrance. So I'm considering a similar situation most likely having happened to precisely Lisanna as well. So like I'm considering like the say Lisanna might have gone missing in that precise spot, which would be most likely what might have happened. So like that day, like Lisanna might have been abducted by one of like, the Dark Guild members, and like that Dark Guild member might have already, or like that leader of like, the Dark Guild might have, because like their interest might have been in precisely Lisanna's ability to like to be able to perform like that absolute perfection using the absolute perfection Lisanna being able to perform like and use like the transformation magic is definitely what might have totally intrigued and interested like the villainous dark leader or like member. So like that might be the precise reason for like Lisanna most likely having gotten abducted and like Lisanna might have also that precise mind control magic might have been like somehow might be also present with that dark field as well, and they might have used it on Lisanna and like I'm different in like the current present day Lisanna might have totally grown up and might be currently like one of like the henchwoman member of like or like one of like the top subordinate of like one of like a powerful villainous dark kills in like the present day. This also definitely my person theory and position. Yes, so like lead my potential encouragement right now as for like and also as well as happy seeing like a grown up Lisanna and even interacting with like a grown up Lisanna. Like I'm just remembering it might actually be like a Lisanna spirit. Like right now we're getting the generation that like definitely Lisanna might definitely like that. Especially because, like in Lisanna, it's like in fact like the sister of Mara, like I'm just like and Mara having this drastic change in personality and Catherine might have been definitely through like the shock like that of the stuff Lisanna. So definitely my person that might have been the day when Mara had absolutely changed. It's definitely my person impression. So no, Lisanna might have definitely died in the size of these forest. It's definitely my person and it might have not been in like terms in past or anything that Lisanna might have died. Like it might have been like precisely in only just a very few years before like a single year or like very few years before like Lucy even joining like the therapist that basically Lisanna might have died. It's definitely my consideration. Hence why like Natsu and Happy are able to see Lisanna as like a grown up version of Lisanna. It's definitely my consideration. That would be like the spirits of Lisanna that only among like the spirit until members like only it will be only like Natsu and Happy alone that will be able to like simultaneously see the spirit of Lisanna in that process. These was definitely my question parameter solely due to like them having the bond that is like closest with them, the bond between them being like the strongest and closest, like being like the soul rhythm for like especially like that Natsu and even as like Lisanna even grew up like even that entire time like Natsu and Lisanna and Happy were seeing each other as like dad and mom as like child like Happy being like the child and like Natsu being like the father, Lisanna being like the mother, like that. The way they saw each other in such a manner that might have continued on until when to the point when they as they even grew up. It's definitely my consideration. So like not much time might have even passed in like Lisanna's steps. It's also definitely my consideration. And collectively, this will be like the collective reason for like Natsu as well as like Happy being able to like see like Lisanna, that would be like precisely grown up Lisanna, that would be definitely the Lisanna spirit. And so like also my consider impression right now is that like solely due to like Lucy not having any plans for that day, like after precisely taking and bringing Lucy to that precise peace forest might have been precisely according to like the secret intent of like secret intent and secret plan of like Natsu as well as Happy to precisely bring Lucy to this perspective for where like the spirit of like Lisanna lives to totally introduce like Lucy and definitely my personal impression that like by now like the bond of friendship between like Natsu and Happy towards like Lucy might have grown to the point where like Natsu as well as like Happy might have felt that basically now it's as like now it's like Lucy is like worthy to it's like as of like Lucy is like worthy to be introduced to Lisanna's spirit. Might have been what like Natsu and Happy might have thought like felt. So like to only introduce like Lucy to like Lisanna to introduce Lisanna as well to like Lucy might have been like the first intent behind like Natsu as well as Happy even bringing Lucy to that society for that day. Definitely my consider impression, but like my consider impression to that what might have totally went wrong might have been like Lucy that only by sheer coincidence like they accidentally without even realizing like saying that very exact dialogue that basically Lisanna, the child Lisanna back then used to tell Natsu and that totally might have instantly triggered like all that memories of all that precious moments that Natsu had with like Lisanna. And that much like that pain of that loss of like having not having like Lisanna by Natsu's side, like basically that might have totally like that the pain might have been seriously caused for Natsu at that point, and it might be so that pain that might have resulted in like Natsu reacting in like an enraged manner, in the enraged and different manner towards like Lucy. It's definitely my theory. I'm definitely not the theory impression right now. Where like even though Lucy had left like the forest due to like Natsu and like I'm totally different still right now. Lucy totally asking Mara as to like where exactly like Lisanna is and basically like at that point I'm also putting that for Mara's like being like the sister of like Lisanna like basically like her facial expression everything changing like Mara totally even tearing up like remembering her beloved and precious sister, Lisanna, and then totally totally then through that way through like Mara Lucy totally finding out in short that basically as to like the death of Lisanna and like instantly like Lucy being able to like realize that basically as to like why exactly Natsu got angry, but still about the like Lucy deciding to like never speak of like Lisanna or even reveal to Natsu that like Lucy knows about everything about like Natsu whole bond with like Lisanna and everything to Natsu at all to like precisely like in an empathetic manner Lucy like totally like deciding like making a promise to herself to like never speak of Lisanna in front of like precisely like in front of neither Mira or like Natsu unless like they themselves like speaks of like Lisanna and Joseph. So like I'm just referring to that like I'm just referring Lucy like basically maybe like going up maybe like by the time Natsu and Happy would be like returning back from like leave for like Lucy totally acting as if like acting like Lucy totally acting as if like she it's like she doesn't know anything about like Lisanna and basically Lucy like totally at that point acting in her like casual usual manner towards like Natsu and basically that way like I'm also preferring eventually like in like friends in future I'm also preferring like Natsu totally talking about Lisanna and to Lucy and then those different like then like Natsu taking eventually like the maybe like in the future like or like in the near future like Natsu like revealing about like Lisanna to like Lucy and then Natsu and Happy like taking Lucy to like precisely that is what and they are unfortunately already bring like Lisanna's spirit home like so far only like Natsu as well as like Happy alone from like the fairy tale skill members like it might have been only like Natsu as well as Happy alone that not even Nara might have been able to like see Lisanna's like spirit form, even in like these forests. It might have been only like Natsu as well as Happy alone that might have been able to like sort of see like Lisanna's spirit form in like the East Rock. But like I'm considering at that point once like Natsu and Happy would be like taking Lucy, the aware Lucy once again to like the East Forest. Like at that point I'm considering like Lucy as well being able to like see Lisanna's spirit in that future scenario that I'm considered only protecting and my looking to render. And at that point, I'm personally protecting maybe for like in the son of spirits to like while talking to like Lucy, like the son of spirit telling Lucy to like take good care of like Nanzu and Happy, like Lucy totally smiling and totally agreeing that that's like an eventual scenario that I'm personally not taking and not taking the also, like my person there and mention as for like the best thoughts of like the best actual reason for like the death behind the death of like Lisanna and also bring like what neither Natsu nor Happy nor like the rest of the fairy tale you might be even aware of would be like and so bring it to definitely not that was have been at all like a natural that it might have definitely been like someone taking the life of Lisanna might have been definitely what might have happened and like that would be like the only thing that Natsu and like the remaining fairy tales will would be even aware of that. Someone had taken the life of Siddhana, but like I'm considering that that made not only frustrated like Natsu like so much, but like and like the still so much, but like they might have never been able to like figure out who it is like but like I'm considering like it might have been either like one of like the top strong like one of like among the dark guilds like it might have been one of like the top dark guild leaders that might have taken Lisana's life that's like one possibility. Or like I'm considering like the other possibility would be like it might have been saccharine for like some specific reason, like it might have been saccharine that might have taken Lisanna's like and might have like regardless of who it was that took Lisanna's life, like they might have done it in with like the absolute stealth so that like basically as even to the person they neither Natsu nor none of like the the Indian members will be aware of like who did it. And I'm considering even Lisanna might be like it might have been like a stealth ambush kind of attack. So that like I'm considering neither Lisanna as well not would not be even aware as to like who it was that had taken her life. Even Lisanna and hence like I'm considering not even Lisanna's spirit as well would be able to like tell Natsu or like would even know that basically actually like who it was that actually had taken Lisanna's life. It's also definitely my percentage ambition. So like I definitely also my percentage ambition right now is that like since like happy like struggling to like figure out what like Lisanna skip is telling to like now. So I'm also talking about so happy might only have like be able to like it would be currently it would be Natsu alone that would be able to like see as well as talk Yeah, exactly what Lisanna still even saying and even being able to talk to independent script as well. That would be something Natsu alone will be able to do. In the case of Happy, Happy would only able to see the script of Lisanna, but won't be able to hear what the script of Lisanna is saying, and then the brain the only other person eventually who would only be able to see as well as hear as well as speak to Lisanna's spirit. Other than Natsu would eventually be precisely Lucy. It's definitely my percentage.